Hello, this is Leonardo, aka DJ ShowPOP, and I'd like to discuss a couple of 7-inches that came out on Record Store Day back in 2024, a couple of years ago. One is by Yuki Saito, and the other one is by Riho Makise. And I find them both very cool for different reasons, and I felt like it'd be kind of nice to do a video of kind of some newer products that have come out. Let's go ahead and discuss the first one, which is the one on the left. This is the Yuki Saito 7-inch. This came out on November 3rd, 2024, and the A-side is Straw Hat no Natsu Omoi, and the B-side is Nimuru Hime. And the music on the A-side, Straw Hat, is by Mayumi, which is a very famous singer-songwriter, and the lyrics is by Sarah Asakura. The B-side is by Iijima, and the lyrics is by Yuki Saito herself. And both songs were arranged by Satoshi Takabe. And what this is, I don't want to say it's a compilation, it's only 2 songs, but it's 2 album tracks that were pulled from 2 of her albums. And they're 2 of the more city pop-ish sounding songs that they put on this disc. Straw Hat was taken from Yuki's 1986 album, Shime, while the B-side, Nimuru Hime, was taken from Yuki's 1987 album, Fum. These are both album tracks. It was never a single, so it's really just kind of like a fun release. There isn't really... If you have her albums, you really don't need it, but if you just want to get something new, a new product with a new picture on it of Yuki, this is kind of just a fun little release. Nothing more, nothing less. Both the songs are really good. The best part is the B-side, which is written by Mariya Takeuchi, as you guys all know, from Macross fame and her own solo work that she's done, that she's still putting out albums. I think she put out an album last year. This one, the Nimuru Hime, is a wonderful, powerful, and mysterious song. This is the Mariya Takeuchi song, the B-side, perhaps one of both Yuki Amari's best during this era. I love the seductive samba feeling of the acoustic guitar. Longtime Yuki collaborator Satoshi Takabe always creates an atmospheric tone for Yuki's songs, and this is one of his best for her. Just a great production all around. What I like about Yuki's catalog is that she's very independent. Her sound is very unique just to her. On Pony Canyon, I have a lot of Yanko Club records. You know, they kind of sort of sometimes sound the same, but Yuki has a very unique, distinct sound, and very atmospheric and very lush. Her singing is really good, and the Mariya Takeuchi B-side on this track is just an awesome song. It's very beautiful and very powerful. And the A-side, Straw Hat no Natsu Omoi, it's a nice breezy idle city pop track. A nice capture of the 80s era. Just a wonderful fun track by a legendary songwriter Mayumi. Yeah, it's a very just an upbeat fun song, but it again, both songs kind of have their toes into city pop, so it's kind of just a really unique release. Yeah, and like I said, if you have her albums, you really don't need it. But it's just nice to add a new record, buy a new product for a new Yuki product with a unique picture. Again, none of these songs were ever singles, and so it recreates 2 singles that were never released, basically, and just kind of gives it that look of that time period. But again, this was never a 7-inch. This was never a single. And again, here's the cover right here for it, right in here. And open it up, and it's kind of like an old 80s and 60s idol record with the lyrics inside of it and stuff. So it's just a really basic release. And the cool thing about both of these records is that they both are on color vinyl. This one's on this beautiful yellow vinyl right here. You can see it right here. And my favorite solid clear color for color vinyl has always been yellow. I've just always loved yellow, so it really adds to the mystique of the record, just having this nice yellow label release, or yellow vinyl release. And so it's kind of cool. I'm real happy that I picked it up. Again, if you have all her albums and stuff, you really don't need it, but if you just want to have a nice new product and just something to spin and just to have some fun, I think it's a pretty good release. I like it, and I think I'm going to see here. I think these were around 2,500 yen, so $25. So that's about typical for a record, a reissue 7-inch right now, especially on a nicer color vinyl. It sounds really good, actually. it's worth picking up. It's a nice one. So the second one right here is Riho Makise. And this single right here has kind of been on my list of, I wish they would release it on vinyl. And the weird thing, it got released and I didn't even know about it. I didn't discover it until about 5 or 6 months after it came out. The A-side song is Miracle Love, and the B-side is Dari Nimino Ashita wa Yatakaru. This one's all pressed on clear red vinyl. I'll show it to you in just a second. And what's great about Miracle Love, it's written by Mariya Takeuchi. It's probably one of her best songs she's ever written for another artist. I mean, it's just an amazing song. It was arranged by Takeshi Kobayashi from Ricky and the Revolvers. Ricky and the Revolvers was a backing band for touring for idols and artists and performers. And that's how he got his start, is just being the backup band, the leader of the backup band for many of these idols that were touring. They need these bands to back them up on stage. So they finally released this on vinyl. I'm just so happy that it did, because it's one of those records like I DJ. It's like, man, I just would love to spin that record, and it just didn't exist. Originally in October 30th, 1991 on Pony Canyon as well. And so it never had a vinyl released. It was a CD 8mm, so it was like the mini CDs. And so it came out right when the vinyl era ended. So it just kind of hangs there that oh man, I love this song and I can't DJ. And again, I'm an all vinyl DJ, so I just have to wait or get one pressed for myself. So I was blown away. I was just blown away that they finally released it on vinyl. It is a brilliant song by Mariya. Unforgettable, iconic video of Riho dressed as a clown. Absolutely heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time. Just a beautiful video. Beautiful song, her vocals, Mariya's melodies, just all around. It's like probably one of the best, proto J-pop's starting to write it right now, basically at this point in 1991. It's a refreshing, vibrant song, and it's great that it's written by somebody who's had a career in the 70s and the 80s. Mariya, of course, and so she's still on fire writing great songs. Now the B-side, and this doesn't feature the coupling song on the 8mm CD. It features actually a song from her last single, and I think she had 5 singles, so this is going to be from the last single that she released. It's a campaign song. It was released in 1995, and it's by Post Bank Fresher's campaign CM song. It's a great high-energy, danceable 90s soulful J-pop disco track with a great musical arrangement. I have never heard this song, so it's a nice addition to be released to add to this record. In some ways, I wish they would have just did the coupling song so you have the complete CD, but on the flip side of it, it's cool to have another song, an A-side song from her last single that also wasn't never had a vinyl release. So it's a trade-off. But I think ultimately it's a good choice. I think both songs kind of complement each other, and they're both very DJable, and they're very and the second one, especially the B-side, is a very danceable song. So it's cool. It's a nice little 7-inch release. It features a nice fold-out mimic of the original 8mm CD sleeves of both singles. I think my really only complaint about that is this, especially as somebody who does art design, her mug is just so big on the front cover, but when you open it up, they're really creating like the 8mm CD. So it's neither here or there, but her face is just so big on the sleeve, when it was a little bit more subtle on the CD release. But it's cool, This, again, as I said a million times, this has been on my list for an all vinyl release because it's such a great song. It's an iconic song, and it definitely needed to have a vinyl release. So let me go ahead and open it up, check it out for you guys, so you can kind of see what it's about. And so here's the vinyl for it right here. So it's a nice red, nice red on it. And here's the B-side right here. So you got a nice, it's kind of a little bit semi-transparent. So it's cool. I like it. And we're going to go ahead and look at the sleeve here, how it opens up. And this kind of folds out pretty big considering. So let's see if I can get it in their camera. So here it is. It's the recreation of both the CD singles, the 8mm. So the one on the left is her last single, her 5th single, and then the one on the right, of course, is the Miracle Love. And you can see how that's what the original CD looked like, the artwork from top to bottom. So, and then on the back, it just has some more pictures of her. Probably just pictures from the CDs. I don't have the 8mm CDs of either of these, so I probably will collect them because again, I like to have them on CD as well. So, but yeah, very cool. It's a very cool release, and I don't know if they're still out there right now. They might have sold out, but I did find this one on Discogs. I think this one I got from CD Japan, the Yuki Saito one, and then this one on the right I got on. I think I ordered it from Discogs. I think it was just like as soon as I saw it, I literally bought it that moment. I said there was no hesitation. I'm gonna buy it at that moment as soon as I realized it existed. So these two releases are pretty cool. I like them for different reasons. I like the Yuki one because it is, again, just a nice little fun purchase. It's if you have the songs again, you really don't need it, but it's just nice to have just another 7-inch to add to her 7-inch collection. I almost have all her 7-inches. I think I'm missing like 3 of them. So it's just cool to just add, like, hey, this is just could have been something. And the fact that the Mariya Iijima song is just absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best songs she's ever written for somebody. Just moody, iconic. It has like just a mysterious tone to it. Kind of has like I don't want to say an Akina feel, but that kind of that mysteriousness that Akina has on some of her songs. It kind of has that kind of same mystery. And I didn't realize, I totally had forgotten that Mariya Iijima had written that song. So it's a cool pickup. It's nice. And then on the one on the right, it's an absolute must. It's a great, Miracle Love is an iconic song from Mariya Takeuchi. And it's just nice to finally be able to spin it like when I DJ, and I can spin it at places, and to have it on vinyl, on a nice color vinyl. Both of the color vinyl on both of these are amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about these two releases. They might have kind of went under your radar, especially the Yuki one. Definitely one's worth picking up because it's just a fun release and just nice to have something new by Yuki. And the one on the right is a must because it's an iconic song. It's finally on vinyl. It came out, like I said, at the end of the vinyl era, so it never had a vinyl release. So the fact that they did this one, I'm really happy about. Anyway, so there it is. A couple of 7-inches you can pick up. They're still on the market. It was only from 2024. You might be able to still pick them up for a reasonable price. Thank you very much.